What's going on, YouTubers? I'm going to talk to you today about the Philippines and the Korean War. And the Filipino soldiers did amazing things in the Korean War. Okay, just a little bit of background information. There were 7,500 Filipino soldiers that served in the Korean War. All came from the Army. That was the branch of the Philippine military that came. There were a total of 7,500 Filipino soldiers that served in the Korean War. A total of 112 of them were killed in action. Okay. This group of individuals, they did amazing things. General MacArthur, who commanded the UN forces, said, "Give me 10,000 Filipinos and I shall conquer the world." Example, the 10th Filipino Combat Battalion Team, or you can say the 10th Philippine Battalion Combat Team, Battalion Combat Team. They fought in the Battle of Yeldong, okay? And this was 1,400 Filipino soldiers against 40,000 Chinese soldiers, okay? 7,500 Chinese soldiers died in the Battle of Yeldong, okay? Only 10 Filipino soldiers died. 14 were wounded, and 2 were missing in action. And the Americans withdrew, the Turkish soldiers withdrew in that battle, the British soldiers withdrew. So the Philippine soldiers, or you can say Filipino soldiers, either or, I'm speaking to all different kinds of audiences in this video, so I have to not confuse the audience. So my apologies in advance. Okay, they held off the Chinese. They were the only soldiers that stayed and fought, and not all of them had winter clothing at that time. And it gets extremely cold in Korea, and not having winter clothing coming from a tropical climate like the Philippines, imagine the toll it can take on your body. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay, also, you had the 14th Combat Battalion Team. They served from May 1953, close to the end of the war, until 1954. Even though a lot of their work was post-war, they were awarded the Presidential Unit Citation by the South Korean government because they did an excellent job. Okay? But now we'll move into the 20th Combat Battalion Team. Okay? Or Battalion Combat Team, Battalion Combat Team. The 20th Battalion Combat Team. Okay? They fought in the Battle of Hillary, and they only suffered 1 casualty, taking Hillary from the Chinese soldiers. It was 1 Filipino platoon against hundreds of Chinese soldiers in the Battle of Hillary. They were led by Lieutenant Fidel Ramos. He was a controversial president, but he was a very, very good soldier. He graduated from the United States Military Academy in West Point, and this is not a political post. This is to honor the soldiers. And also, in addition to not all the Filipino soldiers having winter clothing, the Chinese soldiers blared a lot of propaganda on the radio and on the loudspeaker saying, "Come to our side, you're fighting on the white man's side, you're fighting a white man's war." Well, the Filipino soldiers did not believe in any of that propaganda, and they stayed and fought on the side of the United States and South Korea, and the side of the United Nations in the Korean War. So God bless the Fighting Filipinos. That was their nickname, the Fighting Filipinos. They did amazing, amazing things in the Korean War. So, hope everybody's doing well. And also, one thing before I sign off, I should say. Before the Filipino soldiers left to fight in the Korean War, the crowd of 60,000 people gathered at Rizal Memorial Stadium and gave the Filipino soldiers a proper farewell. And it was like a sporting event. It was a farewell to the soldiers. And it was very amazing. And the Philippines was the only country to do that. So God bless the Philippines in that situation. God bless the Philippines all the time. But specifically, God bless the Philippines in that situation, because that is just amazing. So hope everybody is doing well. And the ship, I got one more thing to say. The ship that brought the Filipino soldiers to Korea was a U.S. transport ship. It was a U.S. transport ship called Sergeant Sylvester Antolak. So, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless, and God bless these brave Filipino soldiers who fought and died helping keep Korea free. And they did amazing, amazing things. And their story is worth remembering, and their story is worth honoring. So, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.